Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, Farrah the Frequency. This channel is all about beauty, makeup, spirituality, my journey as an artist, as a sound healer, and my journey with creativity. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I install my signature Faux Locs. Now I have my signature box braids. These are my signature Faux Locs. And so obviously I have already installed the majority of them, and I left 3 out, 1, 2, 3 in the front that I can show you how to install. Before we get into that, I want to show you how these locks actually come out of the pack. So these are from Amazon. I'll link them down below, and this is what they look like when they are new. You can see the ends too. They're kind of like more on the silky end. I have installed these probably 3 to 5 times now. So the reason why mine looks so natural, and I get a lot of compliments on them looking natural, is because I let them do what locks do. Over time, they matte more, and yeah, just like having locks, they stick together and they matte and they begin to look more and more natural over time. So if you hold them side by side, the luster has kind of gone away, and the luster and the shine, and also the texture is not as silky, and I really love that. But when you first install them, they're going to have that silky look, which is pretty too, and over time, as you reuse them, they become more matted and they look more natural. And so the way that I wash them in between is I soak them in apple cider vinegar, I deep condition them, I shampoo them, all the things that you would do with any other synthetic hair, if you were also wondering, which you'll see that in the link below. This is synthetic. But yeah, soak it in apple cider vinegar, let it air dry, and good as new. So you can get a lot of wear out of these depending on the type of look that you like. Like I said, if you like the silkier luster type of vibe, then you're not going to want to reuse them. But I like to reuse them, and I like this look of them looking more natural, more settled in. So the way that I part my hair, there's no particular part. I have done this plenty of times now, so I know how many locks I like to use. I like to use 48 of them. And so I'll separate out 48 rubber bands and divide them out in between my hair. No particular parting, because I like it to have that natural look. So there's no strategy to that. And then you can also see here as well this is the hair that I leave out in the front. It seems like a lot, but actually it's really not. And I'll show you once I blend it how it goes really well together. And I leave quite a bit of my edges out as well. 1, because I don't like the tension on them, and 2, because I like the baby hair look. I also leave out some of my hair too in the back, just so that my edges aren't being pulled on. And I'll show you how I style them when it's time to style. So let's get into how I actually do this. So let's start with this front one. I actually did this one. That's why it's, you know, my fro isn't as furrowy in the front. It's more slicked down because I had already installed this when I went ahead and took it out. So let's go ahead and do this one. Also, you can see too that I have a middle part. That's the only uniform thing that I do when I install these, because I enjoy having my hair in the middle part. So I have here the rubber band. Take my rat tail comb. This is actually, I would consider this a bigger size. Some of them are a lot smaller, but this one, for whatever reason, is pretty big, which is okay. So also, when you order these locks, you can order them to where I think it comes with a pack of 4 or 5, and there's different sizes. And so I use the shorter ones in the front. I use them like right here in the very front section. So, and sometimes going along up here too. So I have 3 more to do, obviously. So let me show you. So because these have been used a few times, this is how it actually looks as it begins to matte. And I'll show you the contrast with one of the newer ones. you can actually unravel it like that. So this is one that's been loved a little longer, so you can't open it all the way, but sometimes if I need to, I'll like cut it like right here so that it opens up more. And so then what I do is I actually braid it in. So I have my hair here, and I take a fourth, or not, excuse me, not a fourth, a third of it, of this entire section, and the bigger section, I actually feed it in to the hole here, just like that. And then I'll take the bigger piece and split that into two. And then I have 3 pieces that I begin to braid. And I hope that you can follow that. You can speed it down, slow it down. And I braid my hair to the end as much as I can. And then I rubber band that thing. Okay, see here? And it's not too tight on my scalp, which I like. And then it's just like this. So the other type of hair that I use is the equal Cuban twist double strand hair. I'll link this down below. This is what the front looks like. And I actually take one of these pieces here. I take my shears and cut it in half so that I have 2. And then I take one of these and split this in half. Take my crochet hook. Before I do that, I actually take it and I wrap my hair and try to tuck it in using the lock. You can still see my braid a little bit, but it's there a little. And then take the, what is this? The Cuban twist hair. It's pretty much Marley hair. And then I go ahead and crochet this piece in at the very top. So then it's like this, and fold it over, and then this is where I begin to wrap. So if you have installed Faux Locs before, you understand this. It's pretty much I'm covering up the very top half of it. And I love this Cuban twist hair. It's pretty much Marley hair, just has a little bit of a different texture, and it blends in really well with the lock. And it looks kind of tight now and it looks kind of awkward, but once I show you my other secret, you'll be like, oh, okay. So I have to kind of do it a little on the tighter end so that it doesn't unravel. But yeah, then I tighten it there, and that's it. And then if I feel like there's still another piece sticking out, or if I want it to have a thicker look, then I'll actually take that other piece that I split and then I'll wrap it again. But I don't need to do that right now. The only time that I'll add another layer of the Cuban twist hair is if, like I said, my hair begins to stick out, or yeah, as my hairstyle continues to evolve, like, and my hair maybe stick out, then I'll just add another layer and like thicken it up. It'll change up the vibe a little bit, and yeah. Okay, so let me show you that again. So we're gonna do this one. I have 2 more here, so let's take this one out. And my hair is all moisturized, and as well, when I do my sections, I use the Cantu Shea Butter Leave-In Repair Cream. And so I actually put a little bit of that on there. So as I am detangling, not, you know, ripping my hair out. So go ahead and smooth this down. I need to add a little bit more. And it smells good too. It smells so yummy. Okay. Got that. Take my lock. Now you see how, because I've reused these before, sometimes they'll have these little knotty pieces. I actually just boop, cut that off, and then it opens it up even more. So yeah, you can really see, like, this is super lift-in, which I love. And like I said, I'll show you the comparison to like how they look when you first get them, and how this one over time has just matted very well. So like I said, we have this one big piece I take 1/3 of it, like that, a little bit more. 1/3, and then the bigger piece will actually go through the loop. And I'll split the bigger piece into 2, and then we have 3 pieces that we braid. I like doing it this way. Like I said, one, because it's not tight on my scalp, because I don't like how that feels, and I don't like that look. And also, I like doing that. Well, I know how to braid, so it doesn't apply to me, but if you're not like a strong braider or a strong crocheter, or like just like doing your hair is like, it doesn't come easy, you know, like where you feel like your hand-eye coordination isn't the best. Like this kind of style, like you can do it, I promise. So I take that piece that I had already cut from the Cuban twist hair, I'm feeding it in. And then sometimes what I notice too is it's a little too loose here, so I'm gonna actually redo it. I need the braid to be a little bit tighter, so I'm gonna actually take this out and redo that. And I'm just making the braid tighter so that the lock will sit a little bit closer to my scalp. I don't like it too tight, but I don't want it super loose either, because I want my style to last. And so, and then, you know, then I'll have to redo this one quicker, because that's something else that I'd say in like maybe like 2 weeks I'll have to redo this. Well, actually, I'm about to go on a cruise, so I'll probably redo them when I get back from the cruise, depending on if I get into the pool and like the chlorine and stuff gets in there. But you can also wash these, and I'll actually show you. That's a part of my secret that I do as well too, to make it look even more natural the first time I do it, so it's not like super uniform. I just really don't like that look. I actually will wash my hair. I'm gonna hop in the shower as soon as I'm done installing this, and actually create some fuzz, is what I like to call it, at the top of my head. And pretty much I'm just loosening up excuse me, I'm loosening up the style a little bit more, but not too much. So you see, I just did it here. Excuse me. Just installed it here. Okay, let's do the last one. I like these. I use the black rubber bands. I'm trying to see what brand. Just the Annie like black rubber bands. I like these because they don't pull at my hair, and I feel like my hair doesn't easily get tangled or like twisted or ripped out from these rubber bands. So I really like them. I try to keep a large supply of them because I use rubber bands a lot, especially with separating out my hair, because it's still kind of, it's getting long, but it's getting long because if y'all have been a part of my channel, or if you already been followers for a while, you know that I've like shaved my head a lot. So this is a lot of growth for me, but it's also still pretty short, so I like to use rubber bands to separate it out. Okay, so we have our big piece. We take out 1/3, we add in the lock here, split this one in half, and then we braid. Add the rubber band at the end. And depending on how your hair is, you might not have to add a rubber band, but I would anyways. So don't skip the rubber band part, because it'll keep your hair, you know, secured. Twisted my hair up in here. Now I have to take another one of these, split this in half, and we're gonna crochet that Cuban twist hair in, and wrap. What I like about doing this style as well too is that I don't need a mirror. After I have separated my hair, after I've parted out my middle part and put on my section my hair off, then as I'm installing the locks, I don't really need to see what I'm doing. The only time I think I will look is at the very front, because I want it to make sure that it's laying flat. It's laying the way that I want it to. So yeah, that's another thing. So you can, it's not really a mirror necessary once you get the hang of it. Okay, so this one is installed, and they look kind of tight at the root now, but as they become lived up, and as I get in the shower and I actually kind of like do some of this, it'll loosen it up more and make it blend a lot more seamlessly. And also I will pull out some of my hair here at the top as well to create even more blending, but I'm not going to do that right now. And it's easy for me to pull some of my hair out too, because I didn't do them super tight, and my hair's really slick and moisturized, and I do it in the shower. So yeah, you'll see it when I come back. So this is how they look installed. Let me show you how long they are. They go about down to my hip is the longest piece. And that's something else too. If you wanted to make these a lot longer, when you are feeding in your hair to actually braid in the faux loc, you can make it further down and it'll actually make the lock longer as well too. So you have that option if you install it this way. Now see, these already look good like this, right? But I like to add the secret sauces to them. So I'm gonna actually take this out. This is my leave out, and like I said, it looks like a lot, but I'm telling you, once it's not really a lot. Once I wash my hair and my natural texture comes in, and I actually lay my edges, like it's actually not a lot of hair. So like obviously this is not how my natural texture looks. This is like a twist out or type of texture. So I'm gonna hop in the shower and come back and then show you how I style it. I add my gel, I do my baby hairs, I'll do all of that on camera, but I'm gonna go and wash it and show you how it looks when it's wet. So I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay, so this is what it's looking like, freshly washed. When I say washed, I didn't put any product in it, no shampoo or conditioner or anything. I just wet it. But this is how it is looking. As you can see, I have some of the fuzzies out here. And then this is my leave out. Now actually, now that I'm looking at it, I feel like I did leave a tad bit too much out, like right here in the very front, but we're gonna go with it, okay? So I'll take my Eco Styler gel. We gonna gel her up good. Now, yeah, I do feel like this time I left out a little bit too much in the front. I got a little carried away. The sides are good because those are actually where my hair's a little thinner, but my hair's pretty thick right here. So this kind of feels like a lot, but we're gonna go with it. And if I decide that it's too much later, then I'll just do the same process of, I'll take these out and I'll add the hair to the ones right there in the front. But for the video purposes, we're not allowed to do that right now. So I just go ahead and, oh yeah, I already know this is too much hair. I can feel it. It's okay. Go ahead and lather up. Lather up these edges. Got my comb. I'm gonna comb this gel through my hair. Okay. Get the gel through the hair. And then I want to put some here on the, lift it up. Put some here on the fuzzies as well. Fuzzies really means just some of my curl is out, y'all, that's all. But make sure my middle part is still bust down. Let me stop. Okay. Then actually, I don't need to do that. Then I'm going to slick it back. And if I don't want to do baby hairs, I'll just like do this type of motion. Wow. Yeah, there's too much hair left right here. It's bothering me, guys, so I'm gonna get off camera and redo these front ones, and I'm gonna come right back. Okay, I changed my mind. It was enough hair I left out. It was a perfect amount. I was just overthinking it. Okay, so added the gel. Slick it back. I'll slick it back if I don't want to have my edges popping, but I do. We want the edges popping, y'all. We want the edges popping. So actually, I'll split these in half, kind of, where some of it will be pushed back like that, and the rest, you see how my hair is like a little thinner? That's from getting braids when I was younger, and I was going to this specific, not to say all, but I was going to an African braid shop to get my braids when I was younger, and they braided too tight, and they pulled my edges out, y'all. These edges ain't growing back, so that's why I'm so protective over them now, where I'm like, you ain't about to try to squeeze my edges up into no style. So, well, I do my hair now too, so I avoid that. But yeah, that's part of the reason why I leave my edges out, because they have been traumatized, so I'm trying to protect them. But also, I like this look. So you see, just, you know, creating whatever shape. I can't really see the best because I'm using my camera as my lens, or as my mirror, so it's not really coming out the best right now, but y'all get the gist of it. I might have to step away and do them off camera. Okay, let's do the other side. And the rest slicked in. See my little curly curls, and it just like makes it look cuter and more natural. Put some gel on the little spacey spaces. Little curls I'll leave about the top. And that is pretty much it, guys. As you can see, and then I can push it back and it actually blends quite nicely. Ugh, now that I'm playing with it, I'm like, did I leave out too much? I'll play around with it, but y'all get the gist of it. It looks good though. And as the locks loosen up as well, it'll just continue to look more lived in, which is the way that I like them to look. And yeah, this is the finished look. Let me show you the length. I said they go down to my hips. I'm 5'6", so y'all are wondering height wise. And then I will show you the back. Hope you can see the back. Cute. Oh, and for my nape, I'll do the same. I just take a little bit of gel and I just comb through really quickly. Just like that, nothing special. And then at night, I don't really wrap it. I will if I think about it. My hair that's left out, I'll moisturize it and I'll twist it up so that it's put away, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all and say I do that all the time, because I really don't. But yeah, this is the look. Hope you guys like it. Yeah, I left too much hair out right here. I definitely did, because they ain't supposed to be doing all that, y'all. This needs to be tucked away. Don't come for me, okay? Don't come for me. But yeah, about this much probably could be put away. But that is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. Make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, and let me know in the comment section another type of beauty related videos you'd like to see. Peace.